I feel really honored and privileged to have collaborated with Milena in her book MEMENTO, which I find is a very unique kind of book dealing with this subject. I've seen many books about sacred geometry, about spiritual aspects of geometry, but this book handles everything in a totally different way. First of all, it is unique in combining the artistic with precise, deep knowledge into one package that somehow integrates geometry with spirituality in such a way that they really become sort of a practical aspect. It shows the spiritual power behind all geometrical sciences, and it showed them in such an artistic way that, I mean, this book, you could just keep looking at every page of it as a work of art, or you can keep studying every page as a work of science. I have personally not been able to make such a combination in my own books, so I really feel privileged to have taken part in Milena's book and written the introduction for the book. To who would I recommend this book? Or who are the readers who would really enjoy this book? Well, it is a very wide range of different disciplines to whom I would recommend this book. First of all, architects and designers in all fields of design would find a lot of very deep scientific knowledge that would link their design practices with the powers of nature, with spirituality, with the subtle energies of the environment. So anybody who works in the environment, who works in architecture, or who works in any artistic discipline will find a very deep practical knowledge in this book. That's one part. Another part would be the general reader. The general reader today is aware of the use of art and geometrical shapes everywhere around him. And in this book, he is introduced to such topics through a very appealing artistic background. So this book, while it is a scientific book where you can study all different aspects of spiritual geometry, it is at the same time a book of art that you can put in the living room for people to enjoy. So it somehow covers those two aspects, spirituality and practicality in architectural design, and at the same time knowledge and art. It does that in such a harmony that it comes out very unique and appealing to a wide range of audience. This book also introduces BioGeometry, a science that I have been privileged to be the founder about 40 years ago, and it deals with bringing harmony into the environment through the use of a special design language that interacts with the background energy of the environment to produce a certain energy quality which is found in sacred power spots, where every aspect and every level of our psyche, from the emotional, mental to the higher spiritual levels, enters into harmony and energy exchange with those levels of the earth through those communication power spots. So BioGeometry brings out this harmony and communication with the earth into a design language with which we can produce architecture or design that introduces harmony in the environment. BioGeometry is needed today more than any other time before that, because today we live in an age of information. The age of information depends on electromagnetic radiation, and electromagnetic radiation interacting with earth radiation and other types of pollution are like a time bomb in our civilization that could lead to global destruction of life on earth. So BioGeometry here shows the power of the designer, the power of the architect in protecting us and bringing harmony into this electromagnetic pollution of the information age, and somehow transforming it into a harmonized environment that would lead us into the golden age of the future. We cannot afford, as architects and designers, to ignore the subtle energy interaction with the earth and how we can spoil it or how we can harmonize it through spiritual connection. From the first day that Milena contacted me, I was impressed by the way she was preparing the work on that book, the whole idea in the beginning, how she put it together, how she looked at everything else that was in the market. She did a very good study about other books that somehow dealt with similar subjects and found the right niche. She found what was missing. She found her way in there, and what was missing was something that is somehow fulfilled by her character, by the way she's made as an architect, and as an artist she managed to combine the practical, the scientific with the artistic in such a way that connects her to spirituality in a very unique way. It's not everyday spirituality, but it is spirituality through knowledge. And as I worked with her on the introduction and on some aspects of the book, I was really fascinated by how she put everything together, and I was pleasantly surprised at the outcome at the end. So, although that until this moment I have not had the privilege to meet Milena in person yet, but I feel that we've always known each other, and I'm proud to have been able to participate in a small way in this great work of hers.